Thank you for watching AAW Live right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel where we have dozens of free matches from 19 years of the best independent pro wrestling. More to come on this episode of AAW Live. We'd love to hear from you fans. Let us know who your favorites are, who your least favorites are, because the fans matter here in AAW.
All right, enough plugging the company. It's time to plug the greatest wrestler, commentator, soon to be interviewer alive.
Trevor Outlaw joining me in an impromptu, unscheduled interview here.
Why is it unscheduled? Every time I come here, I win my matches. Trevor Outlaw goes up, and you try to put me down. Actually, speaking of which, get down a little bit lower. Get down. All right, there we go.
So, Trevor,
I'm undefeated. No, I'm doing the talking. Just look at the camera and look pretty. Smile. So I'm undefeated here. What's next for me? I'll tell you what's next for me. I'm gonna keep being undefeated. I'm gonna take your job. I'm gonna take Tyler Volz's job. Hell, I might even take Jimmy D's job and be the greatest announcer of all time too. I don't care who you put me in front of. You could put me in a tag match. You could put me in a singles match. You could put me in a scrambled eggs match. Yes, I said scrambled eggs. It doesn't matter. Trevor Outlaw is gonna stay winning. So do me a favor. Do a cute little outro. Do not put the company over. You're gonna look at me. Yes. You're gonna put me over, okay? Put me over, asshole!
Chew some gum.
Wrestling fans, we are live, AAW Alive, here on YouTube. My name is Tyler Volz, and joining me on the call, none other than Joe Dombrowski. And Joe, what an epic 19th anniversary we had back at 115 Bourbon Street just a few weeks ago.
I'm so glad to be here. We are still reeling from that event, and certainly you think about the history, the 19 years it took us to get here. It makes me think about the years yet to come, because every year the stakes go bigger, every year the talent gets deeper, and we're seeing some of those young prospects here this weekend alive.
Yeah, you got Amita Belmont in there right now with the Arachnid, Blair, Onyx. Oh, a little bit of a diversion there, and Amita Belmont meets her with a shoulder tackle. Now heading up to that high rent district. Oh, moves out of the way again. Very, very quick agility here from Amita Belmont. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, Joe.
Yeah, got to be abusive yet elusive. Amita Belmont is still very young in the game, still in a rookie year.
Ooh.
But athletic in nature and very determined to overcome being undersized in the world of pro wrestling.
Was looking for a slingshot complete shot there. Oh, and Orlandi on the outside getting involved, and Blair Onyx catches her with one on the pass. Tag has been made. In comes Beyond Alpha, Ezio Orlandi. This is a young guy that he's finding himself getting in better and better shape every single time he steps into the ring. He's gaining that very, very key experience that it's going to take him to sort of new heights here in AAW.
Been to 8 different states to compete already, studied under the Nightmare Factory, Cody Rhodes, QT Marshall, so already wise beyond his years, one would say. And certainly you look at Blair Onyx and you think about the full extension of the leg in the corner, the intimidation factor that she brings to the table. She's always weaving her web to lure in her next prey.
And we always talk about it. We always put the spotlight, of course, on as she goes for the cover here. Belmont out at 2. Put the spotlight on the AAW Women's Division. And April 14th, we're going to return home to the Berwyn Eagles Club. Our AAW Women's Champion, Masha Slamovich, going to make her AAW return.
Well, we know there is a long list of contenders that have been eyeing up Masha ever since she, in their eyes, I think snuck in and won that Chi-Town Rumble. And even though she's only had a couple of appearances here in AAW, she was able to fast track to that championship victory. And there's a lot of athletes that feel like it should have been them.
Oh, Orlandi taking a little bit too much time here, and he eats a knee on the way out.
Oh, nice counter.
Transitioned into a stunner, and you want to talk about those athletes that are chomping at the bit for a shot at that AAW Women's Championship. How about Sierra?
Oh, without question. I think Sierra is at the top of that list when you think about the fact. Oh!
Alphasaurus Flex was looking for a full Nelson, but Belmont finds her way out the back door, makes the tag to the Catch Wrestling Casanova. Sage Phillips as he takes Orlandi off of his feet. Firing on all cylinders here
Yeah, Sage is a ring wizard. He came from the same training grounds as the likes of a Mance Warner or Ruby Soho. Has great respect for his trainer, the revered Billy Rock. And Sage Phillips, I think, is very underrated here in the Midwest. Look at his show out this week.
Double stomp in the corner. Calls that the dubstep. And a back elbow from Orlandi, battling back out everything that he can. It's that classic strength meets technique matchup, in that rolling elbow catches Phillips on the jaw.
Orlandi demonstrating that power, but got a little bit too big for his britches. Sage counters.
Oh, following through with authority, hooks him, spikes him down. He calls that pure dynamite, an homage to Billy Rock, and that's going to do it.
In 3 minutes, 53 seconds, your winners, Amita Belmont and Sage Phillips.
Well, Amina's shown great promise for a rookie. Sage Phillips, I think, has just needed that opportunity to show what he can do. We'll see hopefully more from this team in the weeks to come here on Alive.
What's up, AAW? Now, I walk through the front door again, and what's the first thing I always see at AAW? Tony Rican. Tony Rican. Tony Rican. I get there early, I get there late, whatever. He's always there at the front door, and I'm passing by fans and no one gives a shit about me, huh? Isn't that just weird? The Puerto Rican sensation, Tony Rican, who gives the tickets and takes the tickets and tells you where to go. But the sensation, the wrestler, the actual talent, the guy who knows how to be a force of nature, in the ring, out of the ring, and no one gives a crap about me? This is absolutely ridiculous. Tony, you may be a legend here. You've been here for forever. But guess who's here now? Who is the Puerto Rican sensation? I am Axel Rico. I'm gonna step in those rings and actually do something and not just give tickets away to little fans, buddy. Got my eye on you, man. I can't stand your face.
Quite the contrasting of styles and attitudes in this tag team contest. Joe Dombrowski, I think every single time we see Trevor Outlaw, he somehow adds another nickname to his monikers.
And he seems to find a new partner in crime because nobody can be around him for more than a couple of days.
Hey, I had to call the last show with him.
Yeah, I'm just happy that he's up there and we're down here.
And you know, don't let him hear you too loud. You know, he calls himself the best wrestler / commentator in AAW history. He might, you never know when he's going to pop up on here. And hopefully
it covers a lot of ground, too.
It does, you know.
There's a lot of people in that 19-year history that I think would take umbrage with that, and he better hope that they're not listening.
You know, I like to think that I'm the, the 4th, 5th, maybe. No St. Holmes.
You're in the conversation.
Yeah. I got a seat at the table as everybody's favorite hombre, Chico Suave, and yours rudely. He calls himself the rudest son of a bitch you're ever going to meet, Trevor Outlaw.
Can we say that? Are we going to get demonetized now?
Ah, it's fine.
Okay.
Sizing one another up, test of strength. Oh, you don't want to have Chico bust a move, and he doesn't stop.
Well, there's a reason they call Chico everybody's friend. He loves to have a good time, loves to dance. A native of Colombia in South America. Not often we see a Colombian here on AAW Live, but just goes to show you talent from all around the world want to be part of AAW here in the Chicago area.
And I'm just going to be the one to say it. Don't let how he likes to have all this fun and he's so relaxed all the time. Do not let that fool you. When push comes to shove, Chico Suave can go with the best of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And at low center of gravity will help him when it comes to mat wrestling and potentially suplexes if he chooses to utilize it. But Trevor Outlaw, his most prominent feature, always his big mouth.
Oh, God, he can't shut it. The second best beard in AAW.
Second to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Bar none.
I'm learning all the different categories that you're listing. Oh, nice back suplex.
Back suplex and now floats into a cover, looking to stun him. Chico Suave only getting the 2, but on top of that, that low center of gravity, that mat wrestling acumen, when you do talk about Chico Suave, you got to talk about his lucha libre training as well. Spending a lot of time underneath both Skyda and Discovery, picking up a lot of tricks of the trade.
Anybody that I've come across that has studied under lucha libre generally will credit Skyda as one of the smartest, wisest lucha minds that has really helped bridge that style between lucha style and American style and made it so much more of a hybrid that you see all over the wrestling world today. So, Chico, man, what a high-risk maneuver, and it pays off.
tag team acumen here between Anestra and Chico Suave. First time teaming in my, from what I understand, but they're showing a little bit of cohesion here, Joe Dombrowski.
Iniestra training with Casey James originally of WWE and OVW fame. Now Cage with Steve Boz, but none of those names will help.
It's an oven in here, brother.
From a high angle back body drop like that. And we know that Joey Avalon has worn a lot of the frustrations and the anger that Sierra has walked around with as well concerning that women's championship pursuit.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to think, Avalon continuously feels disrespected by AAW management. He always feels like he's just this throw-in, this, oh, well, Joey's here. We can have him do something. Avalon can go with the very best of them, and he has an attitude that's a mean streak that's a mile long.
Pump handle. Oh man! Into a gut buster.
Innovative offense there from Avalon as he goes for a quick cover here.
You can sense all the air driven out of the body of Iniestra as Avalon just manhandling his opposition. And we talked about Sierra wanting that women's championship opportunity, Avalon wanting those opportunities. You keep pulling off high-impact moves like that, you can get whatever you want here in AAW.
Absolutely. I mean, the tag team division is wide open right now. Of course, we have, the current tag team champions, Hustle and Soul, but looking on the outside of that, you have the Rascals that are potentially looming for a championship opportunity. Now is the time for new tag teams to be formed here in AAW, and for either one of these teams, a victory here could shift them up the rankings in a momentous way.
Tags on either side as Chico now unloading on Trevor Outlaw. Rapid fire here. You think Outlaw can make a friend long enough to have a tag team?
Oh, Chico with a Manhattan drop. Oh, and a huge right hand. I think the only person that Trevor Outlaw can potentially get along with in a regard of a tag team is Joey Avalon. They're both miserable.
I thought you were going to say his reflection in the mirror, maybe.
Avalon coming to the aid of his tag team partner, catches him with a back elbow, the back of the spine, leg lariat from Chico Suave, puts him down.
I like Chico because he's compact, but he's very explosive. You never know where he's coming from next.
And now,
the power.
A military press. Inestra gets thrown. Avalon, the sheer strength.
Oh, wow. Drop kick, nicely done. The momentum takes Avalon down. We may have something to do with Iniestra and Chico.
It might not have been the way that you wanted it to be, but it was effective. Looking for an angle slam. Chico has him on the shoulders. Oh!
Go for that Chico slam. Forget Angle. Who'd he ever beat? Here comes Outlaw. Oh, no.
Snaps him down with that neck breaker. Hooks the leg. Oh, he's got him stacked. I think he had the tights.
Don't act surprised. Bargain basement win.
Handicap victory by Trevor Outlaw and Avalon.
2 seconds. Your winners, Joey Jet Avalon and Trevor Outlaw.
Chico Suave and Anestra were impressive, but Avalon and Outlaw picking up the victory by any means necessary.
Coming in with a whole lot of attitude, AAW Alive. I'm here with Prime Time.
Woo!
Anthony Cantina in action.
No. Hold on. What'd you say?
Prime Time?
No. After that.
Anthony Cantina.
Yeah, see, that's the problem right there. Is that you said Tina. So, you know what? I know that you're a little slow. I know you might have missed Sesame Street growing up. But let's walk through it.
Okay.
What is it? And so it's 3 syllables,
Yes.
all right?
Yes.
There's not an extra in there.
Okay.
So, you know what? You want to say it with me? We'll do it together.
Sure.
So you can feel better, all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, great.
Are these working?
Yeah, they're,
okay.
they're,
okay.
they're there.
All right. Say it with me.
Okay.
Ka.
T.
T. Not can.
Okay.
Ka.
T. T.
Would you wait for me, please?
Sure.
Ka.
Ka.
T.
T.
No.
No.
Ka.
T.
No. Ka.
Ka.
T.
T.
No.
No.
Ka.
T.
No.
No.
Ka.
Ka. You're changing it.
I'm not changing it. Get out of my shot. Okay, let's listen up. I know it's been long awaited, much anticipated for Prime Time to make his return to AAW. And this time we are direct and live from 115 Bourbon Street. So come one, come all, and watch Koa get a Prime Time ass whooping while we smash some bourbon alcohol. Because here at AAW, here at 115 Bourbon Street, you only have 2 options, Koa. You either go Prime Time or you go home. See you tonight.
And my opinion, there is no brighter prospect in the Midwest right now than Xavier Walker. All it's going to take is that one victory, that one opportunity for him to grab that brass ring, that proverbial brass ring, to be a staple name in any company that he's in, Joe Dombrowski.
It's been a number of months since we've seen him, and I feel it's long overdue.
Like he's gotten bigger.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you're right in everything you say. He's got the size, he's got the look, he's got the brains, he's got the he's got the confidence, and we have Sean Logan Hartenbauer Jr. in the ring. Tyler, I feel like this matchup is maybe a bit of punishment from Hartenbauer, from Johnny Bravo, stemming back to when Sean Logan eliminated Hartenbauer from that Chi-Town Rumble. It seems like he's been on the outs ever since, and Xavier's what, 6'7", 6'9"? I mean, this is certainly something that seems like a major mismatch on paper.
6'7", 265 pounds. For those keeping track at home, and yeah, you know, you said it best. I think Sean Logan is still in that that proverbial doghouse of the Bravo family.
And let's put this out there, Tyler. Sean did nothing wrong. It was every man for himself, trying to win a championship opportunity. He saw an opportunity, he seized it, and to be punished for thinking independently, I think that's just a horrible, horrible environment for Johnny Bravo to set for anybody, especially an impressionable young kid like Sean.
Yeah, and and Sean's looking at this as, I have these opportunities that are given to me. I'm a part of this Bravo family, and it gets me a spot. It gets me an opportunity to be a part of the AAW roster. And, I don't think he wants to blow that. I don't think he wants to get rid of that by any means necessary. But at some point, something's got to give for Sean Logan. He has to get it in his mind's eye. I'm not the whipping boy.
I don't think trying to suplex a 270-pounder is the way to go about that. But, I mean, just look at Sean Logan's attire. His shirt is in tatters. His body may be in tatters by the end of this matchup. I mean, they take pride in humiliating this kid. Wait, chop block.
Logan with a chop block and Hartenbauer on the outside. Showing some respect there. I mean, and that's the X factor right there. Obviously, we saw it at Epic. That brutal dog collar match.
Oh boy.
Oh, code breaker from Sean Logan on Xavier Walker. It's a brutal dog collar match.
Wait, Sean could do this. He countered that choke slam. He's got a pin.
Only able to get the two.
What happens, Tyler, if Sean wins this match? It's an upset.
I mean, it's an upset of epic proportions. It's going to, obviously, you talk about the prospect status of Xavier Walker, but for Sean Logan, maybe that shoots him up the ladder, as some people here in the Midwest. It was Mike Bennett and Levi Everett picking up that victory at Epic over Hartenbauer and Vega, and there's been a lot of dissension in between the Bravo family here lately.
Well, sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely, and Xavier with an absolute clothesline.
Moves out of the way, catches him with double clotheslines now. And now Logan sent off the ropes, boot to the mush.
But, I mean, that dissension is what happens when you turn that proverbial heat up in the kitchen, and everybody starts blaming each other. With a downfall, nice neck breaker, and what a successful return so far for Walker, looking good. Measuring Logan, can he put him away? And what will this mean for Logan's future if he's defeated?
The rope's the only thing holding Logan up. Oh! I don't know if you saw that or not, but Xavier Walker threw that haymaker. Logan able to move out of the way. Walker clipped the turnbuckle. It's a very, very thin layer of padding in between steel there.
And Logan capitalized, raining down. And look at Logan. He's calling to Hartenbauer.
I think he's looking to hit those signature knees of Hartenbauer.
Yeah, and Hartenbauer doesn't, come on. Give the kid a chance.
Hartenbauer stopping him dead in his tracks, and for what reason? As Walker loads up with a brutal haymaker, puts him out.
You know for what reason, Tyler.
And that's it.
One punch knockout.
A one-hitter quitter from Xavier Walker. Wow. What a dominant right hand.
35 seconds. Your winner via knockout, Xavier Walker.
Well, Sean Logan's punishment continues, the alleged Hartenbauer Jr., but what exactly did any of that do to help Johnny Bravo and company? And what's next for Sean Logan? When is his punishment going to end?
We'll see what happens April 14th at the Berwyn Eagles Club.
Good win, Xavier.
AAW, I'm Kev Kellum, backstage here with someone who has so much tied to these letters here at AAW, Tony Rican. Recently, one of our active in-ring competitors, Axel Rico, has been saying some negative things, but obviously, you and I have talked, you're not wrestling right now.
I haven't been in the ring in almost 10 years. I think Axel had been, what, junior high school then? I'm here to have fun with the fans. I help them, take tickets, help them have a good time, make sure the night goes smooth. That's all I'm here for. A little bit of fun. Make sure AAW is the place to be.
What's his deal?
I have no clue what that kid's deal is. I mean, he's running his mouth, using my name to try to get over. You know, I want to do, like, just have fun, man. That's it.
Yeah. We'll see if the clout chasing continues with Axel Rico in the future. If you're enjoying AAW Live, that like button's right down there.
If there couldn't be two more men on the opposite side of the spectrum, Joe Dombrowski.
One man claiming to be the 13th disciple of God himself, the other coming out in a mask with devil horns. Pick your side now, folks, here on Alive.
One calls himself God's chosen champion. One calls himself God's last gift. Shane Hollister, one of, 6 men that have been in this company that can call themselves a Triple Crown champion.
Tyler, I feel like I've been waiting for this match for 2,000 plus years.
You know, and you can see the frustration in Shane Hollister every single time you see him step into an AAW ring. You know, he looks at it, he sees his banner hanging here in the AAW arena. He sees himself, the men that he's gone to battle with here in the past in AAW, and he sees the future, the kids here on AAW Alive, and then men like Jossie that have, kind of jumped over him in the line, so to say.
Yeah, and I think Shane Hollister feels snubbed by Jossie, which I don't think was Jossie's intention at all, but I think Shane didn't really account for the fact of how much and how starkly this business has changed in the years he was out of the limelight. And I think Shane is asking himself, where do I belong? I still have so much more to offer, but how and where and when?
A hellacious Shook step out of the corner, and now grabs him, looking for a brainbuster.
It seemed like at times, Tyler,
but S-Knight. Oh, S-Knight with a huge right. And a bridging German suplex to cover Hollister. Oh, Hollister, had to fight with all of his being to kick out there.
Scrambling to escape. But it seems at times, Tyler, that Shane had maybe a little bit of self-doubt, blamed himself. There have been times that he's expressed anger towards others, and I'm not really sure he knows how to handle the situation. So used to being AAW royalty, now it's like he's got to work his way back to the top all over again.
Oh, Hollister battling out, fires his way out the back door. Combination of strikes from the New World Man. Oh, S-Knight with a brutal kick. Nicely done. Very innovative offense there, and he floats into the cover, stacking the leg. Only able to get the 2 count.
He calls that double stomp, that eat defeat variation, Heaven's Gate. And that gives you a lot of different imagery there, both good and bad. But, oh wait, he's going to consult the good book?
Grabbing the good book, looking to read the last will.
Oh no, he's going to preach to us? I hate when they get preached.
Oh!
Believe what you want, but don't force it on other people.
And Hollister with a brainbuster puts him down. Picks him up. Oh my God, he calls that the saw is the law. A buzzsaw kick with authority, rattling the jaw of S-Knight, and Hollister dominant in victory.
And I lay thee to rest.
In 2 minutes, 31 seconds, your winner, the New World Man, Shane Hollister.
Well, Tyler, I didn't see any doubt. I didn't see any hesitation. Shane Hollister looks sharp here. What do you think's next for him?
There's only one way to find out. That's to come to the Berwyn Eagles Club April 14th.
A powerhouse from the Pacific, a man from beyond the coast, Honolulu, Hawaii's own Koa is with us. Bring you some of that Hawaiian friendship as well. You're making your AAW Alive debut against prime-time Anthony Cantina. He's a pretty braggadocious guy.
Yeah, but he's got a 90% winning percentage, which makes sense for me because I also have a 90% winning percentage. I've tore through the indie scene in the last 9 months, capturing title. And now I'm ready for the big leagues. So kiss your kids goodnight. It's about to be a fight because when you wrestle Koa, everybody is gonna get laid.
We're all gonna get laid. Ah, cool, cool. You smell good.
Koa locks Amana, a newcomer here to AAW Alive, Joe Dombrowski. Koa stands for warrior. Locks Amana, rich in spirit. Locks actually his mother's maiden name. This man, he was trained back in 1997 to be a professional wrestler. Took a lot of time off. The motivation of his daughter saying, "Daddy, can you get back there and do that?" Making him make his AAW debut here tonight.
Family can be a very, very tricky motivator. It can lend itself to you doing things you didn't think you were capable of. And yeah, Koa's not the 22-year-old upstart we see on this programming so much. But family and that bond runs deep. And Katina is pretty full of himself. And obviously, Koa is a great fighter, not just in pro wrestling, but a background in boxing, powerlifting, and bodybuilding as well. We'll see if that strength can help carry himself to a good showing with Katina, who's a huge man in his own right.
Mr. Prime Time, the future is now. Koa, schoolboy cover, only able to get the 2. Very, very well put together as Koa locks Amana 4th place in the Mr. Universe competition, if I'm not mistaken, in his bodybuilding career.
Against the only man in Katina that can get away with airbrushed overalls in 2023.
Anthony Katina, this is a man that, he's been on the radar here of all of us here in AAW for quite some time, showing a little bit of a newfound aggression to his style. Coming here in AAW and he's saying, you know what, now's the time for Katina to make a name for himself. You got to think, as he goes for a shoulder tackle on locks Amana, only able to get the 2. Katina, has to feel embarrassed by that showing that he had against Rush Jones.
Well, I don't think there should be any embarrassment in what Rush Jones does to another human, but then again, Katina, I think, probably assumed that he had that situation in hand.
And obviously, we can't get through this episode of AAW Alive without talking about some of the things we saw back at Epic. We saw Robert Anthony making a long-awaited AAW return to action, not able to defeat Jake Something. Obviously, there was, Mance Warner coming out, getting involved in the end of that contest. There's so many variables that are heading into the AAW Championship picture as we carry on in 2023. I'm curious to see where things are going to go, Joe Dombrowski.
What a powder keg Robert Eagle Anthony has been as the Hurricane Rana connects in ring, but ever since he came back on the scene, it feels like things are more volatile than ever before, and we know Anthony has the history. He knows how to get to the top, and man,
locks Amana, spears him out of his boots, going for the cover. Katina out at the last second. But on top of Robert Anthony looking at Jake Something, on top of Mance Warner looking at, both Jake Something and Robert Anthony, a new contender. A new contender coming to the fray. Fred Yehi, your new #1 contender to the AAW Championship.
What's old is new again. If you ask Fred Yehi, he was never out of the hunt. He's always had that focus. He's always been zeroed in on it. And when Yehi has a prize like that, he gets all the more dangerous, and there's nothing he won't do to get what he wants.
No water in the pool as Katina able to move out of the way of the frog splash.
Katina's second generation. He's got great instincts. Trained under Dr. Tom, trained under Al Snow.
Oh, and a thumb to the eye. And that's veteran mentality right there from Katina. I like that. Onto the shoulders goes locks Amana. He calls that the future trauma. And now heading up to that high rent district, looking to call for the end here, Dombrowski. One, just with ease, leaps up to that top rope.
Yeah, incredible for a man 6'4" to move that gracefully.
And Katina with a picture. Perfect elbow drop. Mr. Prime Time lands his mark, unlocks Amana, and that's going to do it.
In 3 minutes, 9 seconds, your winner, Mr. Primetime, Anthony Katina.
Well, Katina not wanting to share the spotlight.
Yeah, and according to him, the future is now. That remains to be seen, but the future I'm looking forward to, April 14th, Tyler.
The Berwyn Eagles Club, we will be back. Tickets available at aawpro.com. Follow us on all social media at AAW Pro. For Joe Dombrowski, I'm Tyler Voles. This has been AAW Alive. AAW is professional wrestling redefined.